Now, I wanted to mix things up today since crypto's been so volatile, and sometimes most of us need a mental break from trading and staring at our portfolios. Whenever I need a break, I play some crypto poker, and it's usually on Ignition Poker. Now, this is a site I've been using for about 7 years or so, and I regularly tear things up at the mid stake tables. And I wanted to go over a recent session where I was playing at the 500 no limit games, and I got a nice winner. This is, of course, a real money session, but they do offer the ability to play money games as well. Of course, as I'm going over these hands, I wanted to point out that you guys could learn more about Ignition or grab a bonus for getting started here by checking out some links below in the description. Please tap that like and let's get into these hands. Okay, so actually we had an ace-queen back-to-back here. First one didn't exactly pan out for us, but the second one is going to pan out for us. Now, I thought this guy had absolutely nothing on this first hand, but he ended up having pocket jacks. But just based on how this hand played out, I kind of had to make this call. It just felt like we were up against a hand maybe like an ace-10 or an ace-jack, and it was just a couple of high cards against each other. Yeah, so I don't really regret the call there. But here we go. We're going to get right into the action. So, like I said, ace-queen suited. This was a tricky spot. Now, keep in mind, we are playing 500 no limit, so we're pretty deep here. It's not like we're playing, a $100 or $200 cash game in this one. We're a little bit more deep. And when you're deep, you have to make decisions. I mean, sometimes you're in spots where you have to consider risking your whole stack. It just depends, right? Okay, so I'm just going to make the call here. Still got 3 players to act behind us. Okay, so this is where we were dealing with the 3-bet to $60. Now, there's going to be one other caller in this, and to be honest with you guys, when somebody kicks it up to this, like a $60 raise, it smells like you've got a couple different things going on here. It smells like a mid-pocket pair, so maybe 10s or jacks. Maybe queens, but queens is less likely because I've got one of the queens. I will say if this guy had pocket kings or pocket aces, he probably would have just raised this to around like 40 or 50. Or he would have gone like super big, like maybe 80 or $90. But the $60 raise, just based on playing these stakes all the time, yeah, I didn't think that he had like aces or kings is what I'm getting at here. It felt more like a pocket 10s or pocket jack situation. Okay, anyways, this guy is going to make the call. So I decided to squeeze here, and I think this plays fine, honestly. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know that if we get called here, we're probably going to be in a coin flip situation, but just based on the fact that we've got one caller, we've got another guy who's probably raising with a mid-pocket pair like 10s or jacks. Like I said, that's what I felt like. And, queens, I got to kind of count them out because I've got a queen. So as long as we're not up against like aces or kings or ace-king, which I still don't feel like he has either, we're in a good spot. I really just put this guy in like a mid-pocket pair. So he's going to end up folding. So the guy that kicked this up to $60 is going to end up folding. So, like I said, I think he probably had, 10s or jacks. That's really what I was putting him on. Okay, then my player to the right, he is going to make the call. So we are going to be in a all-in spot here in a second, and you guys are going to be shocked at this. You're going to be absolutely shocked. He's going to let it tank for a little bit right here, and understandably, I cannot believe he called me with this. Anyways, we hit a dream flop. I mean, doesn't get much better. River card was pretty scary, though, with the 3 coming out there. So, yeah, that would have been really sick if we lost, $500 right there against pocket 4s, especially on that board. If he would have, like, rivered or turned us, that would have been really disgusting. Anyways, I say this a lot. You get players, playing in these mid-stake games. It's not like the competition, you just get so much better as you move up in stakes. When you do start playing like the $1,000 cash games and above, those games do get a little bit harder, obviously. But, anything between $200 and $500, these games, man, I'll tell you what, like, if you're going to call all in pre-flop with pocket 4s, $500, I mean, you got a lot of gamble in you. You know what I mean? So that guy clearly did. But that should have been an easy fold for him. But it is what it is. Worked out for us, and we took down a nice one to start things off. Now, we've still got some more good hands, so stick around. We've got another spot where we're going to hit another juicy pot. But, ace, queen, like I said, when it's suited, you got to make decisions with it, right? Sometimes you got to make those uncomfortable decisions. And I felt like squeezing in that spot was the right play. And even though I knew squeezing in that spot, we were probably going to be in a coin flip situation, I really wanted to get it down to a, one-on-one and not going up against two other players. That's why I made that play. And, I don't regret it, and it worked out that time. And yeah, ace queen. Now, when ace queen is not suited, obviously, you can fold it more often, but those ace queen suiteds, those ace jack suiteds, those ace 10 suiteds, you're always going to want to see a flop with them. But when you've got a hand as strong as ace queen, you're not losing to too many different hands. And if you're squeezing in a spot like that, you could usually get the players to fold, kind of protect your pre-flop equity, if you want to call it that, or get in a spot where you get somebody who calls you with pocket fours. I mean, that's just, yeah, man, I can't believe that guy called me with pocket fours. Not going to lie, I probably would have been a little bit upset if we lost right there against pocket fours, but, it's poker. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't, but we got it right there. Okay, this hand, extremely lucky. So we've got a 4-7 suited. I decided to make the call because we're in the big blind, of course. And if he would have bet here, I don't think he did. I'm probably just folding this hand. But he didn't. He checked it. And that check gave us a lot of options. So now we can hit a flush. We could also hit a straight with the 9. Which could be good. So if he bets here, I'm definitely going to make a call to see a river card. Okay, and he does. Not a huge bet, small enough to keep me in the hand. Okay, so we hit our money card on the river with the flush, but we've got a really low flush, So, I'm not thinking really about re-raising this at all. If he bets, a good amount, I'm just going to make the call here, 4-7 suited is not a strong flush to have here. And there are those times where you're going to get counterfeited against better flushes. So all these things are running in my head. So just a call here is what I'm going to do. Okay, he had nothing anyways, so it's not like he was going to make a re-raise call with that ace deuce. That was pretty funny right there. I thought he had at least a pair, but I guess not. Okay, so I got stubborn with the pocket sixes in this spot. The board was actually really good for sixes. Whenever you got some low cards and you got somebody raising you in late position like this, they're usually just trying to steal your blinds anyways. But he's going to kick it up, I think, to $12.50 or $15. We're going to make a call. Okay, yeah, pretty standard call here. Too bad those fives weren't sixes, right? So we got a 5-8-5 board. Pretty safe, honestly. I mean, what are we losing to here? We could also turn that 6, which would be nice. But, queen on the turn, didn't like seeing that. It's possibly as a queen here. It's also possibly just going to try to bet at it and take the hand down if he's got really anything, a king 9 or an ace 10. I mean, anything. I made a call here, hoping he doesn't have a queen. River card was a safe one. There's also a missed flush draw out there, which made me want to make this call even more. So that's what I'm going to end up doing here. Okay, so I reluctantly called here, and we are going to end up losing that one. He had the Jack Queen. Frustrating, but it is what it is. Okay, so here we go. I actually just limped in with this hand. Not sure why I did, especially because it's suited, but whatever. It might have been a mistake on my part, but anyways, we had a king queen suited, looking real pretty. Somebody's going to open it up here to like $27. Obviously, we're going to make a call. It doesn't really matter what they have. Especially because this is suited. You know, sometimes I guess you could fold, you know, if you think somebody's like super strong, but when you get a king queen suited, yeah, you're definitely seeing a flop. Okay, so I'm going to make the call. So is the guy to the left. And pretty nice flop for us, right? We got two kings here. Turning the queen would be the biscuit money card, so that would be awesome. But feeling pretty good here. Just hoping we get, you know, somebody to bet at this. We're just going to make a call with it. No reason to re-raise it. You know, slow playing this is definitely what we want to be doing here. Okay, Jack on the turn. With that big open race, like $27, what is kind of crossing my mind right now is like pocket jacks, maybe. Could be a possibility here. That would be really sick. But, you know, the jack here, I mean, yeah. I mean, king jack would be pretty sick too, but whatever. Can't be thinking like that right now. So this guy's going to put in a bet. I'm just going to make a call because we still got one other guy over here. So I'm hoping maybe he calls, you know, if somebody's on a draw too. Okay, the river card was a deuce. Very safe card for us. I decided just to check this one over, play it pretty passively just to see what this guy would do. Plus, you know, we could induce a bluff here as well. So, you know, waiting for this guy to bet, which he's been doing anyways, felt like the right play. Okay, he bets it. I make a call. We take it down, and another nice one. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed some more stuff here. Like I said, ace queen. It was an interesting spot for us, but we took it down. And like I said, as well, if you guys could tap that like button, subscribe for more poker content. We'll see you all in the next poker video.